Hi, welcome to Vegan Cuisine with Madame Sophie. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some vegan dinner rolls. These dinner rolls are easy, tasty, and super moist. This is the ingredients list, so feel free to refer to it for the specifics on ingredients, and the ingredients are also listed in the description section of this video. For more vegan cuisine videos, please subscribe and like this video. So now I have a bowl of flour with my granulated sugar or white sugar, and this is basically what I have in this bowl. Now I'm adding in 2 teaspoons of salt to my flour and sugar. And I'm mixing that. I'm ensuring that the flour, sugar, and salt are well combined. You definitely want to make sure that the ingredients are well combined because you want to make sure that there is an even distribution before you add the yeast mixture into the flour mixture. Now I'm going to be making my flax egg. Some people call it vegan egg or veg. And this is basically a combination of 1 tablespoon of flax meal and 3 tablespoons of hot water. So 3 tablespoons of hot water to 1 tablespoon of flax meal. That will give you a vegan egg or an egg or replacement for an egg. So I'm going to set my egg mixture aside and stir it up before you set it aside, obviously. So in this bowl I have 1 cup of almond milk. My almond milk is cold, and to my cold 1 cup of almond milk in that bowl I'm adding 1 cup of hot water. Now it looks like I'm adding in 4 cups of hot water, but this is a quarter cup, and a 4 quarter cups is going to give you 1 cup. So I just added 1 cup of hot water to my almond milk. In my quarter cup measure, I'm going to add in some coconut oil, and this is basically coconut oil in a solid form. Now I'm going to melt my 4 tablespoons of coconut oil by popping it in the microwave for about 10 to 20 seconds, well, depending on how powerful your microwave is. But I'm just going to slightly melt it. I don't want to turn it into an oil as yet, but I want it to have some solids in it. So I'm just going to pop it in the microwave for a tad bit. Now in my hot water and almond milk mixture, I am going to add in my yeast. In each packet I have in this video, I have 1 teaspoon, and 3 teaspoons make a tablespoon. So this is why I'm adding in 3 packets. But you need 1 tablespoon of dry yeast. Note well, I'm using dry yeast, and the reason I'm making my bread this way is because with dry yeast, before you add it into your mixture, it needs to be dissolved. So in my hot water, almond milk, and yeast mixture, I'm adding in my flax egg, and I'm going to add in my slightly melted coconut oil or slightly melted coconut solid. And I'm going to stir that up for a bit, making sure that the ingredients are well combined. And another reason you want to stir it up for a bit is because you want that yeast, the dry yeast, to dissolve. Now there's a difference between dry yeast and instant yeast. If you're using instant yeast, I'm pretty sure you should be fine just adding in your instant yeast to your flour, but since we're working with dry yeast here, you need to dissolve it prior to adding it into your flour. You don't want to over mix it though, so be mindful of that. In this 1 cup measure, I'm going to add in my gluten-free flour, and the gluten-free flour I'm using today is a blend of oat flour, gluten-free blend of oat flour. To my flour, I'm going to form a well, and I am going to add in my liquid. Now, anytime I make bread, just so that it's not very messy, I love stirring up the flour with the liquid first before I go on to start kneading. So this is basically what I'm doing right here. I'm stirring up the flour, making sure that there's an even distribution of liquid to the flour. Here I'm kneading my dough for a few minutes. If you need more flour throughout this process, feel free to turn to your gluten-free flour. I believe I only used about half a cup of my gluten-free flour. Just before I let my dough rise, I'm going to spray it with some vegetable oil or any oil you have. You could use olive oil or whichever oil you prefer. But since this is what I have available, I'm just spraying my dough. I'm just misting my dough with some vegetable oil. Okay, so this is my dough. I'm going to let it rise for about 30 minutes to an hour. And this is what it looks like after about 45 minutes. Now the leftover gluten-free flour that you had in the cup, just use it for rolling out the dough. And I'm basically forming the rolls with the dough right now. It's going to be a bit messy, so always make sure for that process, before you start that process, make sure you have some flour on hand. If you don't have gluten-free flour, feel free to use regular flour. It is okay to use regular flour. I just like using gluten-free flour for that step. And this recipe is going to give you about 15 to 21 rolls. You definitely want to be mindful that the bigger you form your dinner rolls, the less rolls you're going to get. These rolls are more on the small to medium size, so I was able to get about 21 to 22 rolls for this recipe. But again, if you form your dinner rolls smaller, then you're gonna get more out of that recipe. After you're done rolling out your dinner rolls, you want to let it rise for about 30 more minutes prior to popping it in the oven. And basically, I am going to let my dinner rolls cook in a preheated oven between 375 degrees Fahrenheit to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Now you want to make sure you put your dinner rolls in the oven after you let it rise for about 30 more minutes. So I'm going to let my dinner rolls, after they're done rising, I'm going to let my dinner rolls cook at 375 to 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 to 30 minutes or until they're golden brown. This is how they look after the oven. They smell so good. Super, super, super moist. They are definitely tasty. And there you have it. These are some easy dinner rolls, some easy vegan dinner rolls. Thank you for tuning in to Vegan Cuisine with Madame Sophie. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for some more vegan cuisine videos. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and tasty vegan food.